I keep saying consistency is everything. And one of the things that you can do to remain consistent is remove as much friction as possible. I got an easy setup that I can show you that's not very expensive. You can totally build something exactly like this that you can always have your setup ready whenever you're ready to shoot content. Let me go over and show you what my rig looks like. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. This is an iFootage RB400. RB stands for round base, and it is basically a tall monopod that I have a bunch of things connected to it, and we'll get into the individual components later. Fujifilm, don't go to sleep right now. Let's turn the camera back on. I'm going to power this with a small rig VB99 battery. The reason why I'm using this battery is it does allow me to be battery operated. However, this battery can charge and discharge at the same time, meaning I could plug in an additional cable here and plug it into the wall while these cables power the various items that I have on the rig. Now, starting from the bottom and taking our way to the top. What's up, Doc? That was stupid what he said. I have the Amran 25C light here on the very top, and I'll show you why I picked it as a reason. And again, I want to reiterate, these are my parts. You can put whatever parts on here. This is to give you a general idea of something cool that you can build. Now, I am using the Fujifilm X-M5 as a camera, and I do have the flip screen turned out, but I'm not really going to look at that because that's when you see YouTubers that look sort of cross-eyed when they're talking to you because they're watching the side monitor instead of looking down the lens. What I've done, though, is taken this blue cable, which is the HDMI out, and brought it into this monitor. This allows me to look directly at the lens, and through my periphery, I can see what's going on here. And this is a little bit easier to pay attention to than the monitor here that would be the side on the camera. So if I'm looking here, I'm looking down the pipe. Hey, creators, this is how you make content, and I don't really have to look over there. But all said and good, it could be any monitor. I'm just using this particular one. I'll give you some suggestions in the description, but this is just an old monitor that I had laying around. To get good audio, I'm using a Rode video mic. And again, this could sort of be any mic that you could add. I also tend to often use my wireless DJI mics, which I connect to this as well. But then I just sync the audio after in either Final Cut or DaVinci. Coming off to the side, I have my iPhone. Now, the iPhone serves two purposes. Right now, let's wake this baby up, and you'll see that the iPhone controls the brightness of the Amran. Back this out, you see? So I can easily adjust the lighting without having to reach up there, do anything crazy. I can add color, so forth, so on, etc. The other thing that's really cool about this iPhone is I could easily just fire off the camera app and make it shoot vertical content at the same time I'm shooting horizontal content, right? So you can kind of do two things at once, and that's what makes the iPhone cool. I could also put bullet points, script, whatever over there. So as you can see from this rig, all you need is a light source, a camera source, and again, it could be any camera, iPhone, old vacation camera, old iPhone, webcam, doesn't really matter. You're going to place that on top of this sort of monopod situation here. If you have the ability to power and monitor it, it is helpful to have a monitor. The monitor is not 100% necessary, but I like it because it just makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing, and I'm reducing friction. And it is nice to have a battery source in case you want to pick this up and take this outside where you're not going to want to have to run power cables. But breaking it down, this is a very inexpensive rig, and it's super, super simple. And again, if you're eliminating the friction, ow, he just crashed into a chair. If you're eliminating the friction, it makes it so much easier for get your content creating done. All I need to do is come over here, hit the power button. I also have power button on the screen, which is what I like about this camera. And now it's recording. That is recording directly to here. Believe it or not, this monitor also allows me to record. I can record backup directly into the monitor. And now it's also recording into the monitor. And depending on which app you're using or which camera you're using, some of these cameras can even record directly into the iPhone as well. So very versatile setup, very easy to do. And I can literally just grab this pole, pick this whole thing up, move it wherever I want to move it, and plop it back down. And I'm good to go back to shooting content. You don't even know it, but you've watched a couple videos shot on this guy already. So that's it, family. Look how easy it is to give yourself a nice setup that you can just go. You turn your camera on, press record, get the content out. Try to find ways to eliminate friction. The RB400, which is the base that I built this on, is one of the myriad ways to do this. I've done this with a rolling stand. I've done it with a stationary stand. You can probably DIY something like this with a bunch of 2x4s and build a tree root. But the goal is to get yourself a stand where you can mount a camera, a light, and a microphone so that you could just create content without overthinking it. And by eliminating that friction of setting up and taking it down, you're more likely to stay consistent. Now, you know what I say. I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. I will put a shopping list down there, but you probably have enough of these parts other than maybe some of the rigging in your house. So don't go crazy. Let's make this simple. Let's make it easy for you to shoot content. Right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet.